Ever wondered why providing feedback in teaching English as a foreign language can be so challenging? It's a question that might keep many TEFL teachers up at night. The unique challenges stem from the fact that we're not just dealing with teaching a new skill, we're facilitating the acquisition of a whole new language, a new way of expressing oneself. Feedback is crucial in this process. It's the compass that guides the learner towards their language goals. However, it's a delicate art. We're walking a tightrope here, balancing on the thin line of providing constructive criticism without discouraging our learners. Imagine being a beginner, making mistakes in every sentence, and then receiving a laundry list of corrections. It can be overwhelming, even disheartening, right? That's why it's essential to understand these complexities. It's not about just pointing out what's wrong, but also about encouraging what's right and showing the path forward. Understanding these challenges paves the way for effective feedback strategies. So, how can you provide effective feedback in a TEFL classroom? Here are some steps to follow. Firstly, it's crucial to observe the learner's performance. Keep an eye out for both language and communication skills. Are they getting their point across? And how are they using English to do it? This isn't about catching them out, but rather understanding where they're at on their language learning journey. Next, identify areas of strength and weakness. Celebrate their strengths. It's important to acknowledge what they're doing well, but also pinpoint areas where they might be struggling. Remember, this isn't about focusing on what they're doing wrong, but rather where they might need a little extra help. Thirdly, formulate your feedback. Ensure it's constructive and actionable. Instead of simply saying, "Your pronunciation needs work," you might say, "Your pronunciation of the sound is a bit off. Try sticking your tongue out a little when you say it, like in the word the." This leads us to step 4. Communicate your feedback in a positive and encouraging manner. The way you deliver your feedback can have a huge impact on how it's received. Make it clear that you're there to support them, not to judge them. And remember, praise is just as important as constructive criticism. Next, encourage self-assessment and peer feedback. This not only gives learners a chance to reflect on their own performance, but also develops their ability to give and receive feedback. It's a win-win. Finally, don't forget to follow up on feedback. Check in with your students to see how they're progressing and if they've found your feedback helpful. This not only shows that you care about their progress, but also allows you to adjust your approach if needed. Remember, the goal is to help learners improve, not to criticize or discourage them. Your feedback should always be a stepping stone towards progress, not a stumbling block. So keep it positive, constructive, and supportive. Providing effective feedback in TEFL can seem daunting, but it doesn't have to be. Let's revisit what we've discussed. We began by understanding the unique challenges that feedback in TEFL presents. It's a delicate balancing act between providing constructive criticism while encouraging and motivating your students. We then delved into a step-by-step guide on how to provide effective feedback. Remember, it's all about being specific, focusing on the task rather than the person, and offering practical suggestions for improvement. Timing is also key. Feedback is most effective when it's given immediately after the task. And finally, we reminded ourselves of the ultimate goal of giving feedback. It's not about pointing out faults or mistakes, but about fostering a learning environment where students feel supported and motivated to improve and grow. With these strategies in hand, you're well on your way to becoming an effective TEFL teacher. Make feedback your tool for learner growth and success.